All right, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna do it again. All right, here we go. What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to episode number 8 of the Actual VR Show. The show where we dive deep into virtual reality and 360 video and the news and recommended content, so you don't have to filter through all the noise and get to what is actually happening and some of the most exciting things that are going on in the space. And occasionally I'll show you guys a little bit about what I'm doing in owning a 360 video virtual reality company based out of Franklin, Tennessee. So today we got a lot to go over and I want to try to get it done as quickly as possible. So here we go. So today we have 2 recommended 360 videos of the day, only because, as all of you know, last night we had the Game of Thrones season premiere. So it makes sense that our recommended 360 video of the day, and it is a 360 video of the title sequence of Game of Thrones. So there's a link, and so definitely check that one out. Link is in the description below. Let's move on to the next one. The second video I want to talk to you guys about is Waves of Grace. Now, Waves of Grace is a piece that was done by Chris Milk. This guy's been around for forever. If you get a chance, Google his name and just watch anything he's done. Anything and everything, it's good, I promise. Waves of Grace follows the story of a young African woman who contracted Ebola and survived. And part of this survival is that she's immune to the disease. So she's taken this otherwise horrible thing that has happened to her life, where she lost her loved ones and her family, and now she's able to comfort those that have the sickness because she's immune. It's very much a superhero type turnaround.
Dear Lord, thank you for your healing grace. Help me to do the work you have purposed me to do. I'm trying, Lord. We are all trying.
To go from suffering to then living up to this responsibility.
Please, heal this land. Close these deep wounds.
In this sense of calling of having to be there for these people that don't have anybody to be around them.
And by your grace, things are getting better. It is starting to resemble the old Liberia again. The markets are reopening. The children are going back to school. I hear again the sound of men walking and children playing. We are surviving.
And this is another example, like the previous video I showed you, the displaced. It was used to raise a ton of money, far more than projected, to raise awareness for Ebola, to help going towards a cure, and for aid for those that have been affected by it. And guys, I know I stressed this multiple times, but empathy is a powerful tool in virtual reality. And next I want to talk about, the first topic I want to talk about today is interactive 360 video. Now, I've talked about this before, and I think it's amazing. It's that choose your own adventure style video, to where I can look one direction, and because I looked here, it completely changed the outcome of the story. So Teen Wolf did a project like this. Now, we can't use it on Facebook and YouTube. It's still pretty limited to demonstrations within an app, a downloadable app, or within a headset.
What are you doing here?
So with this Teen Wolf experience, there are things that happen, like you're not supposed to look at these creatures, and if you look,
Whatever you do, don't look at them.
the story changes. They react to you. They tell you, I told you not to look.
We need to get out of here. As long as you just keep looking at me, everything will be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
So you can be a little creative with that and telling people not to do something and knowing that they're going to do it. So storytelling with that in mind becomes very unique, very new, very innovative. And I'm really excited to start exploring that space, and some awesome things are coming on that front. And lastly, I want to touch on this very briefly because it's going to take some time to really dive into it, and I want to give proper research and proper time invested into telling the whole story. Healthcare has been a interesting industry to start investigating virtual reality and 360 video. So what I have, I don't ask you guys for much, but I do have this one ask. I'm very fascinated and curious as to the application of 360 video and new clients. So family practice doctors, whether it be specifically the ability to put on a headset and essentially look at the doctor before he ever comes in. So if they have any fears about going to the doctor, this can also be used for the dentist, to be able to put on a headset and the doctor record a video and they can meet the doctor and calm everything before they actually get into the room. So I want to do a little bit of experimenting. So I'm asking you guys, if you know somebody that's interested in VR in the medical field, they can be a dentist, they can be a family practice doctor, they could be a pediatrician. I'm really fascinated and want the opportunity to be able to record something for them just to see if it's effective and if it works. Tag them below and let's make something awesome. And for our second topic of the day, I want to address you, real estate agents. Yes, you. I get a lot of questions about the use of 360 video in real estate. And it's a very unique subject. And I'm sure at some point you've been curious to know if you could do it, how you would do it, but I understand you're incredibly busy. So I want to try to show you the easiest way that you can use 360 video in your Facebook marketing campaigns. This camera right here, the Samsung Gear 360, is about $300, and you can get one of these and get them ready to go. You just need an SD card. And it's something as simple as hitting the record button here. Now, with this camera, you also need a Samsung phone, a Samsung Galaxy S6 or better, to be able to use the camera in-app stitching. So at no point do you need to load these onto your computer to upload them to Facebook. So once you have the photos or videos uploaded onto your phone, you can then put your phone inside the Samsung Gear VR. Now this is an older model. For $100, you can get one of these. Cheaper if you get them used on Craigslist, eBay, Amazon. And what you can do is you can have your clients look at your listing in a headset. Now I do recommend, if you're going to be shooting video and putting people in headsets, to do some research into best practices when it comes to filming in 360, because you don't want to make them sick. As an individual, as a real estate agent, it could be valuable to have your most popular listings put on a headset, to where before you go out and show 10 houses that they don't like, you can give them an opportunity to check them out and narrow them down in here. If you have an iPhone, there's the Ricoh Theta. The Ricoh Theta is a in-app 360 camera. It takes really good still images. I don't recommend it for video. You can use this, use that camera to upload to Facebook and be able to view 360 photos. So that's something really simple. This whole setup right here will run you $700. Again, it's not a whole lot. It's cheaper than a DSLR. It's the cost of a typical point and shoot camera, and you now have the ability to capture 360 content and show it in a headset and upload it to Facebook without ever using your computer. If you happen to have Matterport, if you use Matterport with any of your listings, Matterport does have a way to upload all of your listings into a headset. So that way you can view all your Matterport listings within the headsets. So guys, if you want more information on how to shoot with this camera or how to incorporate it into real estate, just let me know. I can make a video on it, a short tutorial on how you guys can get started on the specifics of the do's and don'ts. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I totally forgot the end of the episode, but thank you again, and we'll see you tomorrow.